Hey you guys, what is up? It has been a minute since we have filmed a video. So today, a lot of things have been happening in the beauty community since the last time we posted a video. There seems to be something new launching literally every week. I can't even keep up. So I'm starting to just pick and choose the things that I think are pretty exciting and I want to try and I want to film so you guys can see it. So the big thing that I am going to try is the Tati Beauty Blendiful Beauty Poof. Is it called a beauty poof? I just call it the Blendiful, but I'm pretty sure that everybody else is calling it a beauty poof. So this is from Tati Beauty. This retails for $18 on tatibeauty.com. So I went ahead and snagged one because I like to try new approaches. You know, the big hit has always been the Beauty Blender because it helps to like blend everything out like crazy. But a beauty blender, the name brand one, is going to cost you $20. Foundation brushes, like the one that I super love to use by Flower Beauty. I mean, this one was $10 at Walmart, but a lot of these dense foundation brushes are going to cost you upwards of $20. So $18 to get a beauty poof, which is supposed to do your entire face, your foundation, your primer, your powders, your contours, everything in one sponge. And it comes with a little mini sponge that you're supposed to put in your purse and go all over the place with. I think that's a great deal. Is this recording? I'm gonna be so pissed if this is not recording. So today we are going to use the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Primer. So we're gonna pop some of that on the back of our hand. Now this is supposed to fold in. Oh, it folds very nice. You know what my favorite thing is? When you start filming a video and you think that your camera's recording, and then it just like goes to sleep because it wasn't recording at all. That's my favorite. So far everything is going on super nice. This sponge is super soft. So it's really thick. It's very thick. It's very soft. The fabric on it is extremely soft. I am a little worried about these little bristles causing any kind of streak marks at all, but I don't think with a primer we necessarily need to worry about that. It folds in half super well, so you can kind of get into those tight spots, which is super, super nice. Next, we are going to go in with our foundation. So rather than trying something that is more of a liquid that I know is going to spread well, I want to try something that is more of a solid. So we are going to try the Milk Makeup Flex Foundation Stick in the shade Buff. So we're gonna get this bad boy all over the place. Okay, so I'm always curious because with the Flex Foundation Stick, I found that if you use a beauty blender, it takes a lot longer to blend out than if I use my foundation brush, this thick dense brush. If I use this, I can get this to spread a lot easier. If I use a beauty blender, it's almost too soft for the type of viscosity that this has. I'm actually interested to see what this is going to do with a more solid, not very runny foundation. Okay, so far actually, this is blending out a lot better than a beauty blender does for this type of foundation. Everything is blending so softly. Oh my goodness! So what I was really worried about was getting those harsh lines from this type of material. I'm actually not getting any harsh lines from this material, which is super nice. Oh my god, this one hair, if you don't get out of my face, crisis averted. Alright, so foundation is on just like that. I did not have to wet the sponge. Actually, the sponge did not come with any damn directions whatsoever. So as far as I know, I'm not supposed to wet the sponge. I don't really know if I'm going out how I would, you know, I'd have to go to the bathroom to wet this to use it. And if you've got your powder on, that doesn't make any sense. All right, so we've used two corners of this bad boy. We used one for foundation and we used one for our primer. Next, we are going to go in with our concealer and hit our under eyes because, girl, they begin dark. So for concealer, we are using the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer in this super light shade. So I ordered all of this online, and you get to guess your wonderful shade. And I was like, ooh, the lighter the better. It's a little light, but I think we can make it work for this today. So I'm trying not to use too much because it is so damn light. We are going to go back over to a corner, a different corner, not the foundation corner, completely different corner. And we're gonna see how we can get this thing to blend out. So folding it so we can really get in those creases. Ooh, not bad. Although, hot damn, this concealer is effing light. Woo! Girl, you want bright under eyes. Holy shit. So for those of you who are trying to go for, you know, like you bleached your under eyes, try Colourpop Cosmetics. Creamy concealer in the shade Fair. Sublime. No dark circles. So now we're going to take this, we're going to go down the nose, and we'll go up the forehead, a little here. So this is supposed to be machine washable. So when I use this, I can just throw it in with the laundry that I'm going to do tonight. It says to wash it on Delicates or use a Delicates laundry bag. Are we supposed to have a Delicates laundry bag? Is that like part of being an adult? Don't bleach, do not dry clean. It's 100% polyester polyurethane. So yeah, machine wash and dry in a Delicates laundry bag or gently hand wash in warm soapy water. So I can just hand wash this in some warm soapy water when I'm done and let it dry overnight and use it in the morning. So that's actually really convenient. Hopefully its shelf life is a lot longer than a beauty blender. We are going to contour. I'm going to do a cream contour and I'm going to do a powder contour today, but I want to do a cream contour under the base so that we can use this, and then we'll see what we can do for a powder contour for this guy. I have the Milk Makeup bronzing stick. So let's go in here and bronze. We're going to use that third corner to try to blend all of this out. Fingers crossed. That's going really well, actually. Wow. So you kind of got to get a technique. So like the padding does a little bit. You definitely don't want to go against the grain here. So actually kind of pulling this way. So if I would have known, I would have put my contour a little bit higher because it's working best for me to blend it down this way. But I don't think that's doing that bad. Okay, so this side. That's not bad. That looks nice. Okay, so I'm gonna try to blend it up a little bit. Damn, looks so good. All right, now we're gonna go in on the nose. And Tati says on her video when she was using this, she grabs and pulls up. Oh, this is like being able to bend it, like gets up here in this crook of my nose. So I can blend that out, and that is just magical because sometimes with a beauty blender, that shit don't work. All right, we've got that done. We need to get the forehead. God, that's so nice. It's just like seamless. It's just so much easier than trying to use a brush. Oh my God, this is amazing. First impressions. At the moment, for using cream contours, foundations, primers, I will be using this. There you go. Now for the blush, I actually have a cream blush as well. So we're using the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek Stick. And we are going to use the mini this time for this one because it is a little different. So this mini is actually like a more dense foam. It's a little more firm, whereas this one is really soft and bendy and pliable. This little guy's a little bit more firm. So we'll use him, see how he works to blend out some blush. So let's get some of this on the cheeks. Ooh. So one thing that I have noticed with the Milk makeup, the lip and cheek, is it's a little bit more tacky than the rest of their face products, than their cream products. So it's a little bit sometimes harder to blend out, but this is actually going really well. And so far my makeup like has not budged. You know how sometimes the different products from the different brands, they don't mesh well together? So I have had a concealer I put on top of this Flex foundation stick, where while I'm blending out the concealer, it's like taking off all of my foundation. So sometimes the formulas don't just don't quite mix. I do notice that with this, I haven't wiped off any bases. I've just been blending things on top. Next, powders. So I actually do not have a loose powder. I typically have drier skin, and loose powders they like suck up all the moisture on my face, so I do not bake. I do not use loose powders anymore. I am strictly going to pressed powder. So I have the Colourpop No Filter Finishing Pressed Powder in the shade Fair. We'll actually use this little guy as well. We'll dip into that powder. Ooh, that collects a lot of powder. And we will go in to our under eyes. Kind of go in and set that bad boy. Well, it's set really nicely. And then for the rest of this, I'm thinking we'll go onto the other side that has the band on it. We'll go in this way and we'll just kind of powder up. Got our face powdered. So now the big thing is, can you use this sucker to do powder contours and blushes? So we know it works well with foundations, it works well with the cream contours, it works well putting on a finishing powder, but now will we be able to actually use it to contour the rest of our face? Today, to contour, I'm going to use Gigi Gorgeous in the shade, it's called the Sick Sculpt in the shade Turned. We're about to find out, girl. We are about to find out. So I'm going to take the middle of the side we've been using, the very middle right here. Oh girl, we got some powder. Moment of truth. Okay. Okay. It's actually working nicely. Now, God, I wish I was ambidextrous. On the monitor, this contour looks fierce as hell. Not bad. Almost dipped it into the eyeshadow here. So now I'm just going around. I'm kind of patting, trying to get everything that nice blend. Perfect. Sickening. So we're gonna go back in with our little mini one and our No Filter. I'm gonna try to carve this out a little bit, see how well it does at a carve. Now, one thing I am noticing with this Colourpop is it is really packed in there, and sometimes it's really hard to actually get onto a brush or a beauty blender or anything. This is picking up a good amount of it. Not as precise as like the edge of the beauty blender would be, you know. But we're doing it anyway. This is a full face using the Tati Beauty poof, so we're doing it. Hell yeah, girl, we carving. Ooh. And then a little bit of blend. Oh, I love that there's this little handle. We are going to dip into our Benefit blush bar, and I'm thinking, what are we thinking? These two right here. It's intoxicating how good these Benefit things smell. All right, so we are going to use our little mini again. This time I'm going to use one of the little tops of the heart. We are going to dip into California, Dandelion. The only thing is I can't like tap it off. I'm so nervous about how much product this is going to put on. Oh girl, that put a little bit of blush on. Okay. Maybe use an empty side and kind of try to blend it out a little bit. Pretty, very pretty. But yeah, it puts some blush on there. That puts some blush on. I hate that I can't like tap it. It picks up everything. So you really gotta be careful because I haven't used it enough to like understand just how much product this picks up. But these little fibers are like, give me that powder, give me that product. Okay, so we're gonna start up here and work our way down, following our contour. Girl, yeah, that like packs on some color. Okay, so then we're gonna use that empty side and blend it out a little bit. All right, overall though, not even mad about how well this face is blending out. Holy smokes. The last thing that we have to do before the full face using the poof is complete is highlight. So for today, for highlighter, we are going to use the Milk Makeup new Flex highlighter in the shade Lit. Look at this thing. Look at that. Ooh, girl. So it says use it for the full face, so I am not going to use a brush. We are going to use the poof. So we're going to come onto the other side of it, bend it. Here we go. Whew. That picked up some highlighter. Holy smokes. All right. Oh, damn. Oh, girl. So these things pick up product. I'm just dabbing. And it's picking everything up. Girl, but it is stunning. Another dab for the nose, dab for the chin. So here is our finished product, a full face using nothing but the Tati Beauty Blendiful, using both sides. So I used both sizes, I used both sides of them. What did we use? We used primer, we used foundation, we used cream contours, cream blush, we used concealers, we used finishing powder, powder contours, powder blush, powder highlighter, all using this one type of applicator. And I think everything has blended so stunningly. My face looks great. So there is the finished face for the Tati Beauty Blendiful. What do you guys think? All right, so my final thoughts of the Tati Beauty Blendiful, both the regular size and the mini. Amazing. Amazing bang for your buck. It's cheaper than a beauty blender. It is cheaper than most foundation sponges. You get 2 to use in the morning and then you get 1 to put in your purse. Come on, so that all day I can sit there and work on that under eye crease and make sure that she stays blended all day. This worked for everything. This worked for my primers, my foundations, my cream products, all my powder products, highlighter, everything. Everything blended so smoothly, so nicely. You know, I don't have any harsh lines, which by the way, the packaging on the back, no harsh lines. Literally delivered on its word, Tati. Delivered. It delivered. I think that this is a must-have. Everybody should get this. It's machine washable. It's also just hand wash. I'm gonna go and run this under my sink with some warm soapy water. I'm gonna let it dry overnight and it'll be ready for when I do my makeup to go to work in the morning. These are so amazing. If you can spring $18 to order this from Tati Beauty, spring the $18. This is worth it, all right? So those are my final thoughts. Thank you for watching another Nikki Beauty video, and I will see you guys later.